this time. I understood what that was like. You sent me high, and I saw heaven in your eyes, and now I don't wanna ever come back down. But I won't spend the rest of my life trying to win you over inside. I wanna know the place you hide. I'm lost, where am I going? 'Cause I won't take all of my time in a backseat waiting line. I don't wanna ever come back down.
This September, Team Dimension Data and Zwift are joining forces to create a unique cycling opportunity. Open to cyclists of all ages and abilities, the Team Dimension Data Zwift Academy is a world-class training program designed to make you a rider who will accomplish more than just personal fitness gains. For every 10 cyclists who graduate the academy, Zwift will donate a Quebec bike to help mobilize South African communities.
The work that we do with Quebec, we can change the lives of many different people in communities, and hopefully one day a child that starts on a Quebec bicycle ends up at the Tour de France. Zwift is an amazing platform to connect with fans and to ride with people around the world, and takes indoor training to another level.
Zwift, it feels real, like you do a climb, 20-minute climb, a 30-minute climb, it feels real, and that you can really relate that to racing. I always say it's like the best thing since SRM.
I think it's a lot of people that are really strong and maybe not have the chance to show how strong they are.
The Academy doesn't stop here. Top performing graduates under the age of 22 will be invited to compete for a contract with Team Dimension Data's U23 Continental Squad.
This is a real opportunity for any under 23 rider from around the world to come into our Continental team to showcase their talent and to be a part of the national team circuits and the under 23 circuits, and then potentially get into the world tours.
I truly believe that Zwift Academy is going to fill in a huge chunk of that journey from being a dreamer to the reality at the end.
Zwift and Team Dimension Data challenge you to train today for a stronger, better tomorrow. Take action now and sign up at academy.zwift.com.
Hey everybody, how you doing? We are just getting set up in the pen, getting ready to roll out. We are doing the Zwift Academy sprint ride tonight. So we ride at 2.0 watts per kilogram, and we sprint at every sprint banner. So that's about every 5K or every 3 miles we do a nice big sprint. We regroup, recover as a group, and then we do it again on the next lap. Looks like we got 93 people joined and still rising. Give a few last minute instructions here to the group. There we go. We're rolling out. All right. So we're getting rolling now. I do have chat up at Mixer, Twitch, and Facebook. So if you've joined us at any of those locations with Zwift Community Live, I can see those chats. See a few already. I see Lee there. I can ride my bike with no handlebars. Yeah, I want to ride my bicycle, that's for sure. Thanks for the host over there, Scotty, too. So we are doing the Zwift Academy Team Dimension Data Quebeca Sprint ride tonight. Which that ride is a 2.0 group ride. So that would be considered a fairly tame, I think, group ride for Zwift. 2.0 is a pretty standard group ride pace. And then some of the little hotter rides get up to 3.0. But I will just sit here and cruise at 2.0 and ask that people stay with me. And we get about 3 miles in, we'll hit the first sprint point, and then we'll hit that same sprint point about every 3 miles, and we will go all out in that sprint. So it will be around 15 to 20 seconds, as absolute hard as you can go, and see what kind of times we can set. So other than that, we'll be riding along. We can chat, I can answer questions, so shoot them over and we can chat. There is no current in-game punching or anything of that manner. No physical contact. Maybe someday. It could be cool. You could go full on Mario Kart and take somebody out. Can't say that I'd be completely opposed to that, but Lee is correct. We may not have fists, but we will throw punches, so to speak, when we get to racing. So, but that won't be this ride. That'll be a different day, different ride. So what we're doing here today, this is a ride that is part of the Zwift Academy. The Zwift Academy is something put together by Zwift, Team Dimension Data, and Quebeca, and it is a global training community. This one is open to male riders of all ages and abilities, and it's a 6-week program where we can compete in workouts, group rides, and races created by elite coaches with Team Dimension Data and their partners. It is a commitment to provide 500 Buffalo bikes for charity partner Quebeca. Zwift will donate 1 bike for every 10 graduates of the Academy. So every one of us here with the little green triangle next to our name that completes the Academy, which would be, I believe it's 5 group rides like this one. It is 8 workouts and 2 specific race events. That is usually the KISS race events on Tuesdays and Thursdays, are most of them. But if you complete those, you are considered a graduate, and you add to that tally of people who then adds up to bikes for Quebeca. So that's awesome. And then the third bullet point there is it's a talent identification program for U23 graduates of the Academy. And the winner of the Academy that is an under 21 or under 23 graduate will win a pro contract with Team Dimension Data to race with their Continental squad. So there's going to be one big winner there. So send some in-game instructions here. Do we have any U23s out here? you have to be an A grade rider to apply and ride to the academy? Was Jeremy's question over at Facebook. Absolutely not, Jeremy. I believe the person that would be chosen for the under 23 contract spot would be a very high level rider, but anyone can join the academy, complete the workouts, the rides, and the races, and it's complete them. You don't have to destroy them. You don't have to win a race. You just have to complete them. And you are one of the graduates that adds to the tally to raise the money for charity. And then you get to do the awesome group rides like this. So, I mean, that's just the perk to it. So, it is open to all male riders. The only part of the academy that is limited in any way is just the contract award to one under 23. The rest of the academy is wide open to anybody of any ability and any age. I should clarify that I do believe you have to be 18. So, but that's a good question over there, Jeremy. A lot of conversation going on over there at Mixer. Nathan's always a good source of information over there, so Nathan is your normal host here, and he's chatting over there at Mixer for us tonight. Good to see him in channel. Got a nice big group here. So if you look in the lower right hand corner of the screen, if you can see that, squint down there, it says 93 more in group. And there's usually about 20 on your rider list. So we're going to be somewhere about 110 riders probably tonight, which is a good strong turnout. Jeremy, no problem. You absolutely should jump in with the academy and join and have some fun. So, yeah, the link to that is academy.zwift.com. Alright, we're coming up on the sprint banner. I just noticed my front tire is a little flat, so probably stick in the saddle for most of it tonight. Not do too much bouncing. Got the latex tubes in the front wheel, so been a while. Getting ready for the sprint, so I'll answer questions here when we get done with the sprint. Alright, let's get the go, go, go call ready. When we get to the first flag, we're going to drop the hammer. kind of on the front of the group tonight, but we'll just drop this truck here and let her rip. There they go. All right, through the first sprint. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna rotate through and look around a little bit. See if anybody notices something different. See if Nathan will notice it. So, here you can kind of take a look at the side view here. The group, I'm the guy with the green wheels. We'll see who's the first one that notices something different. You see the Tron wheels coming through there? So you can earn the Tron bike, which is a special Zwift experimental bike. And no headband, Lee. You are correct. So back to 2.0. Yeah, runner, we ran through level 7 today, so we unlocked the white visor. So I get to be a special cyclist again, one of the few who's unlocked a lot of the running stuff too. So look around a little bit. I like this view here. Rider's coming at us, and then I can hit the 0 here and freeze it. You can see the group. We can click around on the map here in the upper right. Get a little bit different map view, kind of see the course. That's something brand new. And go up, and the yellow beacon there is right on top of me. And this is the helicopter view. You can see the big group here together. The yellow arrow is pointing at me. Yeah, Nathan's throwing a few links to you guys over there at Mixer for the different links for equipment and information there. So if you look up in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, you can see my information right now. So I'm trying to ride around 140 watts, which for me is about 2 watts per kilogram. And that's actually where I've got the kicker dialed in. So my heart rate right now is 105, 106 beats per minute. And my RPM is an 81 cadence. That's how quickly I'm pedaling. So I have individual sensors to read each one of those pieces of data. You don't have to have all of those data elements to ride. The important part to actually get functioning is power or speed, depending on your trainer setup. Heart rate and cadence and everything else is optional. They're required for some sort of forms of racing to get accurate results and things like that. But to just get on and ride, you just need a mechanism to transport your power into the game. Whether that's from a true power meter or from a speed sensor that is doing a calculation to power. This ride specifically is for the Team Dimension Data Zwift Academy, so we get a really big turnout usually. We have a lot of fun on it. I think we get a lot of variation in skill here. I think some guys are really struggling just to ride with this group, where other ones are just cruising and hitting the sprints really hard. So this little grid on the left-hand side of the screen, right behind my physical camera body. If I go to the green section here, we can look at sprint times. We're going reverse direction. We got to get up through the next intersection and I'll show you. We can look at sprints. It's always fun to look at the times from group to group, see what kind of times we can set. We got a comment coming over at Facebook. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name, but this is a lot of fun. The comment is, it looks like a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Definitely makes indoor trainer cycling tolerable and actually fun, where it used to be pretty miserable. So definitely Zwift has done a good job of making indoor cycling fun. So we get through this next intersection, make sure we group up with the leader. So here we go through the intersection, then we'll get some sprint times up here. See what kind of times we got in the last round. Should have times now. There we go. We got 2 guys under 10 seconds last round. That's pretty awesome. Get through this sprint. We got a lot of guys watching now. We got a lot of folks watching. So we get through this sprint, we'll run a little promo, show you guys what the Academy's about, and information on Team Dimension data in Quebec, and what this Academy is really doing. So, True Titan, how long do we ride for? We have 42 minutes left in this ride. It was a total of a 60-minute ride that this event was. So we'll be here for another 42 minutes. Alright, we'll get the goes ready. I don't have a power up, so it's just on me this time. I'm gonna go a little harder. The pack will come surging around me here, even just getting ready for the sprint. All right, here we go. Go, 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 go. That was a bigger one. Got a lot of trainer talk over at Mixer. I'm excited to hear all the trainer info coming out. My cycling budget has suddenly increased. For those of you that paid any attention, for CBR, there were not just winners on site in Paris, but there were also winners in a fantasy league. And you are looking at the #1 winner in the fantasy league. So I have a cycling budget right now. All right, back to 2.0. Any kind of bike will work, ex-Marine, as long as it will mount to a trainer that's compatible with the game in one way, shape, or form. Can be anything from a pretty standard, just cruising around town bike, the dedicated hardcore trainer bikes, road bikes, time trial bikes, mountain bikes. There's a big wide range. So we're going to take a few minutes here, guys, and learn a little bit more about the Academy so you guys know what Quebec and Team Dimension Data and Zwift have put together here. So I'll be back here in just a minute.
This September, Team Dimension Data and Zwift are joining forces to create a unique cycling opportunity. Open to cyclists of all ages and abilities, the Team Dimension Data Zwift Academy is a world-class training program designed to make you a rider who will accomplish more than just personal fitness gains. For every 10 cyclists who graduate the Academy, Zwift will donate a Quebec bike to help mobilize South African communities.
The work that we do with Quebec, we can change the lives of many different people and communities, and hopefully one day a child that starts on a Quebec bicycle ends up at the Tour de France. Zwift is an amazing platform to connect with fans and to ride with people around the world, and takes indoor training to another level.
Zwift, it feels real, like you do a climb, 20-minute climb, a 30-minute climb, it feels real, and that you can really relate that to racing. I always say it's like the best thing since SRM.
I think it's a lot of people that are really strong and maybe not have the chance to show how strong they are.
The Academy doesn't stop here. Top performing graduates under the age of 22 will be invited to compete for a contract with Team Dimension Data's U23 Continental Squad.
This is a real opportunity for any under 23 rider from around the world to come into our continental team to showcase their talent and to be a part of the national team circuits and the under 23 circuits, and then potentially get into the world tours.
I truly believe that Zwift Academy is going to fill in a huge chunk of that journey from being a dreamer to the reality at the end.
Zwift and Team Dimension Data challenge you to train today for a stronger, better tomorrow. Take action now and sign up at academy.zwift.com.
All right, and we're back. Still a lot of conversation going on over there at Mixer about trainers and bikes. Keep those questions coming. And you got a couple Zwift experts there answering them for you. I'll jump in there a little bit too. When the last question, they're hooking a trainer up to the game. Some trainers have electronics that you hook up with their wireless signals. Other ones, you put a speed sensor on your bike, and that's the mechanism for transferring information to the game. So speed sensors are pretty cheap, and they can all be found there on that Zwift link that's been provided. Even my own personal experience, I've got a really high-end trainer here that I ride on, but sitting right next to me was actually a good find I just picked up. If you keep an eye on used market and that, there's a lot of good things out there. I picked up one of the best top-of-the-line fluid trainers, would be considered a dumb trainer on the market. It's a Kurt Kinetics. Picked it up just 2 weeks ago. Used market for under $100. I mean, if you're patient and you look around, there's a lot of great things out there. If you know what you're looking for. So there's a lot of good forums in Facebook groups related to Zwift, specific to fitness or rides, races, things like that. So feel free to jump out there and ask questions too. The community is huge, and they're very helpful. Pretty confident my trainer is not stolen. Bought it from a guy that I know, very friendly older gentleman who no longer rides a bike. But lots of things out there, guys. You don't have to spend big money to get involved. You can choose to spend big money and get a fully submersive experience. Even to new things that are about to come on the market that have just been announced that actually move your bike up and down with the gradient and things like that. Look over the shoulder, see how the pack's doing. All right, what did we get for times last time? We got 2 under 10 seconds. We have at 45 under 12 seconds. Yeah, this is an online game. Every single bike and avatar that you see on screen is a individual just like me riding a bike somewhere of some sort on a stationary trainer of some kind. So there is no simulated computer bots currently in the game. They've had them in the past, but they're easily distinguishable with a different color. They currently are not running any simulated bots in the game. Getting ready? This one's gonna be a big one. We got a helmet. So we're gonna lag back there a little bit. I wanna get a pack in front of me. I ran out of draft. Oh, but we got sub 10. Whew. Gotta catch my breath after that one. That one was big. Trying to be gentle so I don't ruin a tire. My front tire's flat. Trying to see how many we got under 12. 60 under 12. Whew. That was a fun one. Had the right power up. Got a good run into it. Gotta get me a water. This is an awesome group ride format. I really think they should consider something like this on a more regular basis outside of the academy. It allows you to have that competitive part to it. I mean, there are guys like me that are, you know, 5.0 watt per kilogram FTP guys, just brutally attacking those sprints. But there's also riders that are just local, social, fun riders. They don't have that big sprint, but we back off, we regroup. Everybody gets to ride together. Everybody gets to attack, and it doesn't, you don't have that, you know, where it just strings it apart and rips it apart. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, Scotty mentions his Wednesday WVR rides. Those are actually, yeah, very similar. They're a lot of fun too. And, you know, if you got a good chatty group ride leader, giving instructions and just, don't stress about guys that get strung out a little bit. I'm the ride leader. I'm going to hold the pace. And those guys that want to come and do that pace and ride in the group, they'll respect that. There might be a few get away here and there. That's all right. As the leader, you're responsible to just hold a steady effort and stick to the intent of the group. Yeah, Scotty's ride on Wednesday is probably more of a, call it a spicy sprint ride. We're grouping up at like 2.0. Similar to some of the easier group rides on Zwift after we sprint. Scotty's probably does a little bit more of a cruising at probably around 3, but then sprinting hard. But after the sprints, it's a full regroup. Like, you sit up and you wait, and Scotty will back way off and group back up. So, it's a lot of fun too. This is definitely a full body workout. Got 1 point. You watch me sprint hard. I'm doing my best to break the bike when I sprint. 1,000 watts is no joke. That's for sure. Austin, we're going to sprint here in just a minute. We'll go fast. Should get 2 or 3 more sprints in here. We're gonna get after it here in a second. Watch my heart rate this time, guys, if you want to see if there's ever a doubt in the effort of what's going on. Right now my heart rate sits at about 114, 113. I'm only doing about a 20-second effort, and we'll easily get over 150, probably 170 if I go super hard. All right, getting ready again. There's a nice big group behind me too, I think. You can see on the map in the upper right, kind of the group, how far you're strung out ahead and behind. All those gray riders. We're ready to go, go, go. Get the cadence up a little bit. See, everybody's dropping their power-ups. Oh. That one was a 10:07. I backed off a little bit too much there. Last one, I'm gonna have him build big. Oh, let's do it. Okay. All right. Yeah, Lee, rollers are awesome, but if you want to check out some awesome rollers, look up that brand Scotty's got. The flywheel and the resistance unit they use on those are just, it's some awesome technology. Okay, we're gonna keep it family friendly here, guys. Sorry about that. Anybody watching Facebook, Twitch, or Mixer? I am watching all of those chat mediums, so ask any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. We got a few viewers over at Facebook. We got some viewers over at Mixer. Looks like we got a few maybe at Twitch. The channel is Zwift Community Live. If you're interested in what we're doing here, anything Zwift related, make sure you follow our channels at all those, any one of those locations, any or all of them, Facebook, Twitch, Mixer, or YouTube. You can sign up for, or click on the push notifications and get notified if we go live. You can watch content, races, anything like that. Chris Stewart asks, what cat was this ride? I believe it was listed as an E-Cat. It's a 2.0 watt per kilogram group ride with sprints every time we go through the sprint banner. So we'll go all out sprint through the sprint banner, but then I will completely sit up and soft pedal at about 1.0 as the leader. For, I don't know, probably a half a kilometer or more after the sprint to let anybody who didn't sprint super hard to catch back into the group. And then we just cruise at 2.0 again. So we got a good, fun, competitive element going on with the sprints, but we are not ripping one another's legs off. We are not making this where you have to be an elite level cyclist to come enjoy the ride. So that's awesome. A Rusty girl, what do you need to play with? Oh, there you go. Nathan's there. Nathan will get you covered. So this time we're doing the sprint a little bit different. You guys are reading my chat here. I'm gonna lead them out a little bit here. So when we get to the 1K banner, we're gonna hold tight with the leader. I'm gonna lift the pace, and then the group will sprint at the normal spot. So. Are you hearing a whining noise, Charlie Miller? I do have a legit jersey tan. If you're hearing a whining like when I was ramping up the power there, that sounds like a jet taking off, that is my trainer. I'm riding a kicker, and it's got a real high-pitched whine to it as I ramp it up. That's probably what you're hearing. You could be hearing a couple of different things. The other thing you might be hearing is I'm clicking gears. It makes just enough noise that it will trigger my sound gate to open. So when I'm quiet, you probably don't hear much, but as I click gears, you will. But if you hear me when I'm talking, I'm not sure if you can hear much of my kicker whine in the background or not. So you guys want to know, I get this questions a lot because you guys hear this background noise. So we'll give you an idea here. We'll give you some unfiltered. This is me unfiltered. So, well, number one, my comp's not on, so. So you can really hear that background noise. And here I have all my sound filters back on. So, give you an idea of how much behind the scenes work is going on with the software to make my mic tolerable. There are 3 fans running in my room. They're all on low right now, but all 3 are turned on. The bong bong, as Charlie describes it, is it's either the whine or the crashing of the gears as I'm shifting. Alright guys, let's keep it family friendly. We're skirting some lines there over at Mixer, so careful there. We will go fast. We do sprints every lap. So about every 3 miles we'll do a sprint. Yeah, it definitely sounds like a jet. We've got a nice big group here now. Charlie, the goal on this ride is a time. We do 60 minutes. We ride at 2.0 watts per kilogram when we're just cruising, and then we go super hard on the sprints. This is a ride that's put on with the Zwift Academy, which is a competition you can join. And it's Zwift Academy partnered with Team Dimension Data and Quebeca. So Team Dimension Data is offering an under 23 contract to a Continental Pro team, to an under 23 rider who graduates the Academy, to the lucky winner there. And then Zwift, I think it's for every 10 Academy riders that complete the Academy, and that can be any age, male that completes the Academy, for every 10 they will donate a bike to the people of South Africa through the charity Quebeca. So that is the kind of the premise around the Academy. So So when we finish up this ride here in 6 minutes, I'll run the promo so you guys can get some information about the Zwift Academy and Quebeca and Team Dimension Data and what the Academy is all about. Charlie, yeah, you'll be too old to maybe make the under 23 squad, but you can still graduate the Academy, and you can be one of those people that helps add to the tally for Zwift to donate bikes to Quebeca. So even if you can't win yourself for the under 23 part, you still want to get involved if possible. I'm not typing the go, go, go yet because I want to see how far people are behind me. There's some guys hauling it. Was that on Zwift, Nathan? If it wasn't on Zwift, I probably didn't see it. Nathan said Beaumont made it around the world 78 days on a bike. Demolished the world record today. Awesome, Nathan. I'll have to check that out. Yeah. So Beaumont did around the world record today. Oh, another awesome group ride in the books. These guys were a fun group tonight. Over 100 again. We're getting over 100 every time. We had 7 under 9 seconds. How many did we end up with under 12? I'll go back. Can't see those numbers. I need like bifocals. 62. Those are big numbers. Guys, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. It makes you want to come back and do these rides more. Makes you want to come back and lead these rides more. I do this just for fun. Zwift Community Live is nice enough to host us to do this for fun, so shout out to them, appreciate it. I would say I'm a guest host here. This is not my mixer home, but it is my mixer hangout a lot of the time, so appreciate Zwift Community Live for opening it up to some of us guest hosts here. We'll do this again Wednesday night. A little different group ride, but very similar. Under 10 second sprint. It wasn't under 9, my bad. But we appreciate everything Zwift Community Live does for the community and for Zwift, and making this content available. So make sure that you are liking and following us at Mixer, Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube, your place of choice. When we are live, we are almost always live in all 4 of those places with awesome racing content, group rides, and many other Zwift related things. This ride was in conjunction with Team Dimension Data and Quebeca, who helped put on the Academy, so big shout out to them. It's awesome that they have combined with Zwift to give this opportunity to an under 23 rider and donate bikes to charity. So we're gonna call it a night here. From me, I'll drop a chat here in Mixer so you guys know what my personal channel is too, give you guys a shout out. But we're gonna call it a night. It's dinner and bedtime for me, and we'll be back here myself Wednesday night, and maybe live on my own channel sometime between now and then. So thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll chat later.
This September, Team Dimension Data and Zwift are joining forces to create a unique cycling opportunity. Open to cyclists of all ages and abilities, the Team Dimension Data Zwift Academy is a world-class training program designed to make you a rider who will accomplish more than just personal fitness gains. For every 10 cyclists who graduate the Academy, Zwift will donate a Quebeca bike to help mobilize South African communities.
The work that we do with Quebeca, we can change the lives of many different people and communities, and hopefully one day a child that starts on a Quebeca bicycle ends up at the Tour de France. Zwift is an amazing platform to connect with fans and to ride with people around the world, and takes indoor training to another level.
Zwift, it feels real, like you do a climb, 20-minute climb, a 30-minute climb, it feels real, and that you can really relate that to racing. I always say it's like the best thing since SRM.
I think it's a lot of people that are really strong and maybe not have the chance to show how strong they are.
The Academy doesn't stop here. Top performing graduates under the age of 22 will be invited to compete for a contract with Team Dimension Data's U23 Continental Squad.
This is a real opportunity for any under 23 rider from around the world to come into our Continental team to showcase their talent and to be a part of the national team circuits and the under 23 circuits, and then potentially get into the world tours.
I truly believe that Zwift Academy is going to fill in a huge chunk of that journey from being a dreamer to the reality at the end.
Zwift and Team Dimension Data challenge you to train today for a stronger, better tomorrow. Take action now and sign up at academy.zwift.com.